I think it's still morning. Yes, it's still morning. Good morning on August, either the 10th or the 11th. I think my sister's birthday is on Saturday the 12th, and so this must be the 10th because it's a Thursday. So, happy Thursday, and I just came by to answer some questions. I just found out because I listened to Gianna last night. I listened to a bunch of YouTubes like you guys do, and I listened to one by this lady named Gianna. I think it's Gianna. Her name is Dutch. And she was talking about how she was so excited because she has 100,000 followers. I've been going around all excited because I have 8,000. I've never really tried to get any followers because I'm not into that. I'm not trying to make money with my YouTube at all. But I just thought, I kept going, Jerry, guess what? I have 8,000 followers now. Yay, yay. And she gets on there and tells me she has 100,000. So, anyway, I'm really, really happy for her. Because I guess on YouTube, when you get to 100,000 and you have advertisers, evidently you get more money for the advertising or something. I don't know. I have different companies email me once in a while and say, let us put our ads on your YouTube, and I couldn't care less about that, so I say, no way, Jose. So anyhow, I don't know how I got off onto that. Let's start over. Good morning. I know how. Out of my 8,000 followers, 4 of you had questions. So I'm going to try to remember what they were. Hello. One of them was about the baskets. The lady said, those baskets are hanging on your wall and you didn't tell us what they go with. So I have, but you know, I don't know what YouTube it was in. So I'm going to show you what that quilt is. It is called Flower Basket with Kate Colleran from Craftsy. And this is the middle of the quilt. And they still have the quilt, and it's still there. So if you guys like it, you can still buy it. But that's where I got it, and it's got, like I said, 12 baskets, and I've only got 4 done so far. So I don't know if there's even a picture of the entire quilt here. I don't know why they just put a picture of the middle of the quilt on the cover of the directions. That's kind of weird, isn't it? And then she gives you 3 different ways that you can put this quilt together. And what I'm doing is I have a bedroom upstairs here. When we built this house years ago, my mom was a lot younger then. And I knew someday she would be living with us. And she used to come and stay with us a lot then. And my mom likes to be upstairs. And she also loves purple and blue, and she loves violets. And so I decorated that room for her. And I painted all of the walls blue to match the violets. And I bought this beautiful Waverly comforter and sheets and bed ruffle that was mostly white background, all white background, and then it had the blues and the greens in the Waverly violets. Well, at some point Mother decided she wasn't going to come here anymore because she didn't like to drive, and that was fine. I didn't want her driving long distances, but she wanted her bedding, even though I paid for it and it was my bedding. And so, being a good daughter, I wrapped it all up and took it to her at her home. And so anyway, it's destroyed now. It was totally messed up because of all the mice in her house and not being properly taken care of. So anyway, that's all in the trash. So, what I'm doing is I'm going to paint the walls an off-white color like this room is here. It's got blue carpet in there. And so I'm forcing myself to learn how to piece quilts, and hopefully I can get one pieced and put together in less than 2 or 3 years, which is what it's taking me right now. And so this is going to be my first quilt to go on the bed in there. There is a quilt on the bed in there now, but it was when I got back into quilting, and I belonged to this group on Yahoo, I think it was, called Quilting Together or something like that. I had a friend at the time that quilted, and I thought, oh, I've got to learn how to quilt. So they were having a swap of 6-inch squares, and they were all autumn colored fabrics, and I love autumn. And so it was just a swap like that, and I got mine done, and I had somebody quilt it for me. It was in a quilt shop in Edmond, Oklahoma, and it was called My Sister's Quilt. And there was, the 2 sisters owned it, and the 2 sisters had long arms, and so I had them quilt it. Well, after I had that quilt quilted, I decided I want my own long arm. So I decided I better learn how to make more quilts. So anyway, that's what I'm doing. Tried to get a painter. Went to Home Advisor. They said, oh, this guy's vetted and he's wonderful. Call him. So we called him. He came here. He showed up. And he told us he would get back with us. And it's been over a month now and we've never heard back from him again. So it is just almost impossible to get anybody to come do any work down here in this town. Well, in any town these days. From what I hear, it's really sad. All right. That was question number 1 somebody asked me. Question number 2 was, what is that ruler you keep playing with, lady? I'm always fiddling with something. I apologize. The new kitty's like that. Can't be still, always jumping and playing and biting your pajamas or your shoes or your slippers or your socks or something. Anyway, this is from Palmer Plesh. And it's called Curvy, C-U-R-V-E-Y, from Palmer Plesh. And what it is, it's just part of the French curve. Here's my Sure-Fit Designs. And you can see if you put this up here, it's this part of a French curve. And so instead of having to deal with the great big French curve, you just have this little one for armholes and necklines and such as that. So anyway, it just happened to be on the table and I picked it up the other day. So that's what that is. Y'all can go to palmerplesh.com if you just must have one. Next question was, what is the pink and white quilt behind you? And you know, I have new subscribers all the time because I've talked about this quilt many times in my vlogs and in my blog. But there's probably some new people, and so I've been asked again, what quilt pattern is that? So I'm going to show you. Here it is on the cover of this magazine. And this magazine is called More Simple Quilts with Splash, Dash, and Panache by Nicole Chambers. And the quilt in here is named Butterscotch Sundae. And so since I made mine pink, mine's called Strawberry Sundae. Okay? I have no idea if this book is still out there. By the way, it has a whole bunch of quilts in it. Every time I get it out to show it to somebody, I think, oh, I want to make that, and I want to make that. There's the quilt in black. Hope the camera's picking it up. It's really pretty in black, too. I don't know what they named that one. Let me see. Here's the orange one. Oh, and it's the same picture as on the cover. Okay? And it has square triangles. Yeah. Very, very nice. So, that's the answer to that question. Okay, that's 2 down. What was the other one? No, that's 3 down. That's the quilt and the ruler and the baskets. But I can't remember what the 4th one was. But I wanted to show you. Princess Di listened to my YouTube the other day and she said, Joy, all of the fabric is in there for that quilt. I got you everything but the backing. And so guess what? This quilt pattern from Adita Sitar, which right now all I see is the batik. Ta-da! Where are you? Here it is. This quilt pattern is this big. It's fat quarter. It's this big. The whole quilt. Isn't that awesome? So that means I can hang it on a wall somewhere where I don't need, you know, a ton of space like you do for a big quilt. So, anyway, so this is the background, if you can see. Brown on the top, green on the bottom. And then this part is for the trees. Okay? So I'm real excited about that. That's maybe a weekend project, huh? Too bad they don't have an AccuQuilt cutter to cut the trees out for me. And then, just a few minutes ago, I heard a car drive up outside and I thought, oh, maybe Terry came over. So I ran to the window to see who it was, and it was the mail lady. And I noticed she had a box in her hands. I went, yay, I'm getting something. So I ran downstairs to meet her at the front door because if the stuff won't fit in your mailbox, the mail lady brings it right to your house. So I ran downstairs to meet her, and I got this box, and I opened it up, and there was a little note in it, but I didn't know. I almost threw the paper in it away. I almost didn't see the note. But I pulled this out, and it had a big cardboard wrapper around it that said Pioneer Woman on it. And I'm such a dork. I thought, oh my God, the Pioneer Woman watched my YouTube and heard me bragging on her stuff, and she sent me a free gift. What a total dork. But anyway, These are measuring cups, and they are so, so cute. And I probably won't use them for measuring cups, but I always need little bowls when I'm cooking to put ingredients in, you know. This one's polka dots, this one's flowers. I just love her taste. I'm surprised she isn't a quilter, you know it. And oops, don't break it, Joy. And this one's dark green with some hoosies on it. And then this one's got some little flowers on it. So, as I'm sitting there thinking, oh my God, the Pioneer Woman sent this to me. I went through the papers and I thought, well, maybe I should read these papers. And so, here's the little, this is how they send it, Deb. You can see how I almost missed it. I didn't tear it like that. That's the way it was. And it says, happy birthday, Joy. Your celebration just keeps going on. Love, Jim, Debbie, and Booker. So this is from my good friend in Missouri. Her name is Deb, and she's a beautiful redhead. If you guys have watched my older vlogs, you know who she is. She came here and spent a few days with me one time playing in my sewing room. But her husband just had open heart surgery. And she called me before my birthday, and she said, oh, Joy, I didn't forget your birthday. And I said, oh, for heaven's sake, just forget my birthday. That's ridiculous. So here she went ahead and got me a gift anyway. So how sweet is that? Thank you, Deb. I absolutely love it. And I'm so excited. You know what? I may have to get rid of my old dishes and just fill my kitchen up with all these pretty little, you know what I love about her? You know, she's called a Pioneer Woman, and she lives on a humongous ranch. I think it's miles and miles. It's just huge. And so she's very country. And so I just love country stuff. If it wasn't for Jerry, everything here would be, you know, wooden picnic tables. And I'd have horses outside. So anyway, I'm really excited. So now I got my pitcher, and I got this, and I got my big spatula. I don't know if I ever bought any Pioneer. Oh, last year for Christmas, I got the 2 casserole dishes, remember? From Boo Bear and Lauren. I got the casserole dishes. So yeah, I'm getting quite a collection. So I'm so excited about that. Anyway, I don't think I have anything else to say. Oh, that in itself is a miracle, isn't it? Oh, goodness, what am I going to do today? I have so many projects. You know, I was just, I don't know if I showed you guys the latest garments I made for my mom. My mother has to have long sleeves because she's always cold, as elderly people always are. Something about the capillaries don't have any fat on top of them or something. So, I designed a different sleeve with my Sure-Fit Designs for her. I don't know if I showed you guys. I can't remember. How can I demo it? So play like this is the cuff. This isn't going to work. Play like this is the cuff of a very long sleeve. So instead of, not the cuff, play like it's the hem. Okay, I got a long sleeve, I got a hem. Nothing on it, no cuff. It just ends. I took it and I folded it, and then I took the fold and folded it over like that, 1 inch. And then I sewed a button on top of it to hold it. And so it makes a pleat going up her arm. And the button holds it. And she can get it on her arm without buttoning and unbuttoning it. Because just a while ago I took a blouse out for her to wear. So, I can't wear that. I can't button the cuffs. And so far I've made her 2 this way. And of course she wants to wear them every day. So I think what I'll do is I'll stop all activity and make her a couple more blouses with that kind of a hem treatment on the bottom of the sleeve. So anyway, that's all I know. So talk to me, let me know what you think, and I'll be back soon. Bye.